Hello again. All right, are you guys ready to get sewing? All right, so this is the pattern that we're making. And I wrote out what different things I need to get cut out. I have my scraps of all the different pieces that I'm going to be cutting, and so I'll be showing you how to, I'll be cutting those out. On some of them I'm going to be doing what's called a fussy cut, meaning I want a certain part of it cut out. So like here on the bear, I want to cut out one of their like head with thing. So that's one thing nice about your acrylic rulers is that you can see through it and you can do a nice little fussy cut. Also, I'll be cutting all the pieces out today, and then we'll get to sewing them. So also I wanted to show you a little tip on if you have a fabric and you're not quite sure. We've talked about selvages before, and where your selvage is, it's on the edges, and so that's always where you're going to cut your strips. So like this one has the selvage, it's still on there and I haven't cut it off. It's a brand new piece. So I'll be cutting it, but this one does not. There's no, can't tell which way the selvage is. There's different, you can tell this is a frayed edge, and usually that's not your selvage. Your selvage is a straighter edge, but this has some cuts in it. A really easy way to check and straighten your edges is to give it a nice little snip just here, and what it'll do, it will tear nicely. You'll need to iron it, but there is your selvage, and there's your straight edge to go from there, so I can cut from there. So now I'm just going to go over to my iron and iron it real quick. I've got my iron set up over here. There it is, and it'll give it a nice little iron. I'll pull off one of the threads, but that gives me a nice straight edge to begin cutting with. So this is my dark background fabric. Let's get you back over there so you can see. This is my dark background fabric, and I need 4 by 4 squares, 4 inches squares. So I will take my ruler and let's get cutting here. So I'm going to find my one side. There's my 4, line it up. And I always like to stand when I'm cutting, just so I can place my hand nice and firmly and cut. Always nice to have more control. 4 inches is what we're looking at. Nice firm control. We want our cuts to go straight and firm. And I see I need 4 of those. All right, so that piece is done. All right. Now, to get this one, I want you to see a little bit better here. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have a straight edge, so what I'm going to do is line up one of the big lines on here and cut it straight. Now I have a nice straight edge, and I can go in here and cut a 4 inch by 4 inch square. There's one. And there's 2. Now I have some scraps here, so I'm going to go ahead and do some thread catchers. I like to do them about 1 inch, but I like to have a couple, so let's get those cut aside for our machine and get our other pieces cut. So here we go. I don't have a straight edge, so I'm going to use this. Get rid of that. And get my other 2 pieces cut. I line up that line and that line. I'm always making sure that I'm getting good cuts. Make sure you do that as well. All right, so I have my 4 dark prints right there. And now I'm going to do my background prints. This one has its selvage on it. So you're going to want, let's get you some more space. There we go. So I'm going to have to cut that selvage off. Now I have already ironed all of these fabrics. All right. a 4-inch strip. Now this one will be long enough, I won't have to cut another one. Just need the one. So in the background print, the background, I need 4 4x4s, and my corner pieces are the same color. So I will need 4 3.5-inch squares. So I'm cutting more of this than the others. All right. I need a straight edge, so I will cut it. Line one of the lines on my ruler. And throw that away. Then I will turn, drop my ruler. Line my fabric back up. Now if you're not comfortable cutting 2 pieces at a time, that is completely okay. Just take the strip apart and cut them out. All right, now I cut this strip as a 4-inch wide strip. I can cut it down to the 3x3 in a minute, but I'm going to get my 4x4s out first. There's 2, 3, 4. Flip them around. Here's my 4. All right, now I'm going to do my 3.5-inch strips. And I'm just going to go on my ruler to 3.5 by 3.5. And I'll have to make 2 cuts on it. 1, 2. There's my corner square. And let's get 2 more. All right, there's my 4. All right, so now I've got all my backgrounds, and let's go do our 2.5-inch squares. All right, so here we go. And you just go and gonna go and cut all those little 2.5-inch squares. We need 9 of those. So let me show you a fussy cut, and we'll do that. All right, so we got the bears here, and I want to fussy cut them. I want them, oh dear.